Welcome to day 2 of Soups in a Jar. Like I was saying, yesterday's ended up being over a 50-minute video, and that's just extremely long. It's not really something we typically do. We try to stick a little less time than that. So welcome to day 2. If you're looking for video number 1, which was our first set of soup mixes, I'm gonna link that video below. But just keep watching for the rest of our soups. The next one we're gonna do is corn chowder. I know we have a corn chowder on our channel already. I think we've done that one for you guys. Well, this one is different because it's all dried. So the first thing I need are, we dehydrated frozen corn. This is the Azure Standard frozen corn. You need a cup of that. This stuff is so funky when it dries. It's like, I don't know. It's interesting looking texture. So I did, I don't know, probably 4 cups of it when I did it originally. And that took it way down. So it is quite a bit of corn. It just doesn't look like it. We need half of a cup of white rice. I'll go refill from my rice container if we need any more. Then we need a tablespoon of our dehydrated onion. We need 2 tablespoons of our dehydrated carrot. We're getting to the nitty-gritty on carrot. So if I have to, I'll sub some bell pepper or something if it makes sense. The next thing we need is bell pepper, which is actually what we need. Bell pepper, by the way, if you dehydrate it, and we don't use this all, I will grind it up in my little spice grinder or coffee grinder, and I will put it in my paprika jar. They're really, really similar. So a couple tablespoons of that, which is like equal to like a whole bell pepper. It's amazing how that shrinks up. We need a tablespoon of our celery. This one gets a little bit of chive in it. So we do a lot of green onions in the greenhouse through the season, and when they start to get too tall, if we're not using them a lot, I just cut them down. I usually will throw some green onion into most batches when I run my dehydrator. Then we need a couple bay leaves from our spice side. Going in. Got stuck. So here come our spices. Oh no, I need potatoes. Hold on. I need 3 tablespoons of broth, chicken broth, bouillon, chicken bouillon. Come on, lid. Again, if you don't want this, you can add broth at the end instead of water. Then we need potatoes. We have our little cubed potatoes. You need equal, if you don't want to use these, you can use fresh, 2 potatoes. And so like I was saying earlier, it's about a cup of potato is equal to 2 potatoes. I'm just gonna dig in here and get our potato. So this one I cook in my crock pot all day, 8 hours. It'll reconstitute all the goodness. And then I will add, did I say how much? It's 8 cups of water to this one. Let it cook all day. Let it do its glorious stuff. And at the end, I add 2 cups of heavy cream. It really makes it like creamy and delicious. If you want to add a couple tablespoons of butter to make it extra rich and over the top, you totally can. So that is our corn chowder. All right, we're on to number 7. Number 7 is gonna be tortilla soup. The first thing we need are beans. I do a combo of pinto and black. You can do all pinto or all black if you prefer. I'm gonna do half a cup of each one into our pot. Now I love these jars that my beans are in and stuff. We keep them on a hutch over here. They're half-gallon little containers. We got them from Azure, and the lid's from Azure. I don't think they sell them right now, and so I'm hoping they bring them back because I love them. The next thing we need is some of our dehydrated corn. It's supposed to be half a cup. I'm to the nitty gritty, so I'm just gonna add what I had. It was about a half a cup anyways. We need a half a cup of bell pepper going in. I have another container of bell pepper that I need to work through. I should have used that first, but it's fine. We need some of our onion. It has 1/4 of a cup of our onion. That's equal to like a half of an onion, you guys. It's amazing. I keep saying it. It's amazing to me. So our onion is in. We need some garlic powder. I'm doing 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We need 1 teaspoon, I put it over here, of chili powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. You can take that down if you're not a cumin fan, up to you. I'm making notes as I go, just so I don't forget to tell you what I did. So this one, when you go to cook it, you need 6, oops, I forgot our bouillon. We need 2 tablespoons of our chicken bouillon. I was a little shy. Okay, so this one you need 7 cups of water. You need some chicken. So we usually will buy the rotisserie chickens if we find them on a really good deal. I shred them and I freeze that meat. So 2 to 3 cups of shredded chicken. We top it with cheese, tortilla chips, and salsa or anything like that. Some people will add a little bit of salsa into the soup to give it a little extra kick. That's up to you guys. It's not as loaded with veggies. It's more like a chili tortilla soup type combo because it doesn't have the zucchini and the other veggies that you would traditionally see, like carrot and stuff like that. So if you had plenty of extras, you could totally bulk it up with veggies, but we keep it a little more basic and we just really use a lot of good toppings on it. So that is our tortilla soup. Again, it's a crock pot one. I like the crock pot ones because I dump it in the morning on days when we're really busy and you just kind of, it is what it is, right? Let me reset for number 8. Okay, number 8 is gonna be split pea soup. Split pea soup is really, really easy because peas are really cheap, you guys. We get our split peas. You can get them from Azure Standard. We've gotten them there before. Walmart, they're really cheap as well. So you need 2 cups of peas going into the bottom of your jar. I love split pea soup, and surprisingly, the kid that lives at home loves it, so we do it often enough. I do a very similar to this version every couple of weeks, but that one, we use fresh vegetables because it's easier than, if I have time, I do it that way. To this, we need 1/4 cup of our dehydrated carrot. I'm down to the nitty gritty, so I'm just gonna dump in what I've got. If I had more, I would do a little bit more, but it's just fine. We need some of our onion. Again, I'm getting to the nitty gritty, so I'm gonna swap it and I'm gonna do a little bit of scallion with it and then a little bit of onion. Because I'm running low. I might have some in the cabinet, but either way. All right, there's our onion. You know, the funny part is I dehydrated peas. I haven't even used them yet, but I've used they're the same thing. Anyways, celery. You need some of our celery. You need 1/4 cup. I guess I didn't think that when I dehydrated peas. That was whatever. I thought that would be good in a vegetable one if we threw everything together in there, and then I didn't know I'd been using that recipe, so yeah, whatever. We need 1/4 cup of our leeks. Again, I like leeks, so I will add just a touch more. They kind of break down anyways. We need we need 2.5 tablespoons of our bouillon. We need a teaspoon of salt. Again, these recipes will all be below, so you don't need to be trying to write them. Pepper. I know it's here somewhere, y'all. Right? No. Italian, minced, regular old, in my face. It's in my face, y'all. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Going in. 2 tablespoons of parsley flakes. I'm not a huge fan of parsley, so I'm actually just going to do 1. Don't tell Sean, he loves it. Then we're doing a teaspoon of thyme leaves. This one is super herby and delicious, and I mean the base is peas, but they don't have a ton of flavor other than just kind of pea. So it's nice to add a lot of good stuff to go with them. We need a teaspoon of our basil. When I go to cook this one, since I was low on carrots, I might add a little bit of fresh carrot in there. We'll see. Catching my hair. We need 1 bay leaf. We have a bay leaf tree, and so we dehydrate the leaves from it. Then we need a teaspoon of garlic powder. So this is all that goes in this one. So for this one, I do 8 cups of water. I dump the contents of the jar into a pot. And then this one I boil, I just do it stovetop. I boil it and stir it every so often for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. I don't crockpot this one. It's like, this is my, like, I didn't think about what was for dinner. So I'm gonna make grilled cheese in this, and dinner will be ready in an hour, and I can walk away from it. We do keep, like, certain times of year when ham goes on sale, I will get it. We got one from Butcher Box at the holiday season that's really good, but I didn't want to let any go. So I cube it up into little pieces and I freeze them, and it breaks apart really easily and it defrosts really, really quickly. So we'll sprinkle that on top of here, or like bacon bits or chunks of bacon or whatever you've got, you can sprinkle on there, or stir it directly into the pot if you want to add like that hammy flavor. We traditionally don't like to do that. We serve it on top with a little bit of sour cream and cheese. There you guys go. That is our split pea soup. The last one. This is gonna be chili. Where'd my lid go? I had a lid for this guy. I probably put 2 on another one. I'll find the lid for him. I know I had one. Did I just put 2 on here? Yeah, sure did. Got it. So for this one, we need pinto beans. It's 1 cup of pinto beans. Where is my measuring cup? Oh, duh. 1 cup of pinto beans going in. Sometimes I'm going to add a little extra. I'm going to actually do an extra 1/2 cup. I'm going to do 1 1/2 cups of pinto beans to this one. It bulks it up a little bit more. So we need some bell pepper. It's 1/4 cup of bell pepper. I'm down to the nitty gritty of this, so I'm going to open up my backup. This is actually from last year's garden. We dehydrated at the end of the season before the first freezes come in, and we're good to go. So there's our bell pepper. Let me get this bowl out of here. I'm gonna have to see what I've got left when I'm done with all this, and that's how we'll know what other things I can make. We got rid of that. It's kind of gratifying when you see like empty containers get used up. Okay, where was I on? Some onion. We're down to 1/4 cup of onion. Guess what? That's done. I don't feel like that was quite enough onion, so I'm gonna grab the onion powder and throw a little bit more in there. Wait, I have minced onion over here. Y'all, I don't have to skimp. We got minced onion over here. I already had some from the last time we dehydrated, so I'll just add a little more onion and put that in there. Okay, then we need, I'm so excited about that. Then we go on to our spices. We need paprika, 1 teaspoon of paprika. Half a teaspoon of cumin. Again, if you aren't a fan of cumin, reduce it. We need a teaspoon of garlic powder. Then we've got our oregano. Half of a teaspoon of oregano. Cayenne pepper. I don't have over here. And chili powder. Where are you? I know you're over here. So for chili powder, I do 1 2 teaspoons. I'll grab my cayenne. Actually, I'm going to do red pepper flakes. That sounds good to me. Instead of cayenne, I'll just do a sprinkle of red pepper flakes. Hold on, I'm writing it down so I don't forget. So to this one, That's all you guys got. All you have in this one. This is the whole recipe. What is she talking about, y'all? So this one I ground up. No, I don't grind it up. I already have ground beef. I cook up 1 pound of ground beef. I throw it in my crock pot. Then to that, I add 2 cups of broth, the contents of my jar, 1 14.5 ounce can of petite tomatoes, like just canned tomatoes. Oops, I forgot my salt and pepper. I need half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper going in here. I will have it right below. I'm like jargoned mess over here when I do stuff, so it doesn't always make sense. And then when I go to cook it, some chilies are sweet. We tend to like a little bit of a sweeter chili. I'm gonna do it now just because it's easier for me. I won't remember. But to this recipe, I like to add a little bit of sugar. So I add 2 teaspoons of sugar into the mix if you are not a fan. And like a more traditional, like not sweet chili, just omit that, it's fine. So that's the mix for our chili. That could have fit in a smaller container, it's fine. And then right before I serve it, I like to splash a tiny bit of vinegar in it just to give it that little bit of extra kick. So that is our chili, at least for this version. We typically don't make this. We typically use our regular old chili. Okay, we have 9 soups done. I'm gonna look at my ingredients and see. I mean, I have a bunch more potato. I have a bunch more leeks. Oh, I might make another potato leek. I have all these peas, which I don't know what I was thinking when I used my other peas. I'll probably just put those in there. It's fine. I've got rice. I got some pasta. Let me go look in my cookbook and see if I have any other recipes I can make. Hold on. Okay, so as I was cleaning up, kind of looking at what we had left, I decided to do a second batch of our potato leek because I pretty much had everything for it to do a double batch. So I put a double batch worth into 1 jar. This is our single that we did earlier, and that's what I went with. And then the only thing I had left was a little bit of scallion, so anything that made sense, I just went back and threw a little scallion in. Our peas I put back in with my split peas because they're the same thing. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that, but it's fine. So let's go through the rundown of what soups we ended up making today. We have 9, 10 if you count our little mishap, but so total, this is mostly stuff we have. We had a few vegetables that we bought and then we just dehydrated, but overall, these are all really low cost because we had the beans, we had the lentils, we had the rice. So if you're a person like me that cooks from scratch a lot, you probably have a lot for this. What I like is now I have 9 meals or 10 meals that are things that I can do really quickly throwing in the crock pot, adding minimal ingredients to make them on that side. I will go get, we have a little thing that fits on the top of our jars to suck the air out of them. I will go get that and do that process, but I did write the recipe on the top of each jar. I was gonna do labels, but I'm like, I don't wanna waste that much label tape. So Sharpie to the rescue. So we have our hearty soup. This is the first one we made. This one definitely has like a little of everything in it, but it is a good sturdy soup. The next one we got is our pasta fagioli. That one, I don't know what we're gonna do with it. Probably some crusty rolls, that'd be my guess. Sean loves pasta fagioli, this is his favorite. Then we have the sausage lentil. That one to me also can go some crusty rolls and is a good like by the fire, maybe the power's out, which happens here a lot. The next one we got is our potato leek. That is definitely a creamier, kind of fancier soup. So there you go. Our corn chowder, that one again, we love corn chowder. It's potatoes and corn and it's got a lot of other veggies in it. If you feel like on the flip side you want to bulk it up with any of the fresh veggies, you totally can. Split pea soup, all time, everybody knows what split pea soup tastes like, and there you guys go. The chili, this one is definitely not the same as like the chili that we've shown you guys on the channel before, but for an emergency type situation or something easy, it's total go-to. I might go double the recipe and use that, like make a big batch of it in the crock pot, and then what was I gonna say? I'll do it in the crock pot and then I'll like save half so we have a couple meals with it. Tortilla soup, again, we add that chicken to it, and then at the end you add some tortilla strips, maybe a little cream cheese, some cheese. Super easy again. And then the last one, old reliable chicken noodle soup with egg noodles. I don't think you can complain about any of these. But don't they look pretty? That's my favorite part. They just look so pretty. But there you guys go. I think, especially during the pantry challenge, which is what we are in the middle of, I think by the time this comes out, we won't be in the pantry challenge anymore. It'll be February. But we're in the middle of a pantry challenge. Yes, I bought a few vegetables for this, but we had everything else, and vegetables are something we are allowed to buy during pantry challenge. I will grab this much, much faster than I will look up a recipe and go find my lentils and go find my barley and go find, this is going to be something that I will go to much faster. So in all, yes, it took me an hour to get all my veggies prepped yesterday and dehydrated overnight, but that was like hands off. It just did its thing. And then to make all of these, there's a lot of similar ingredients, which is why I like making a disaster, which, by the way, I cleaned up in case you didn't notice. It took me all of like 5 minutes. But everything's already out. All your spices are out, so you might as well just go down the line and make a bunch. So, like I was saying, if you don't have the little thing that you put on the jars to suck the oxygen out of them, you can use an oxygen absorber too, like those little packet ones. We've gotten them from Amazon before. So there you guys go. You have a whole bunch of more meals you guys wanted. Easy make-ahead meals. Well, here you guys go. I will have every single one of these recipes. I'm hoping it fits in the description below, to be honest. But I will have every single one of these recipes, what you need to put in the jar and what you need to cook it down below. If you are on your TV, I know that isn't an option for you guys. You're gonna have to jump on a computer, screenshot it. We're working on getting a blog together so that you guys can head over to that soon. That'll be littlehillhomestead.com once it's out. So there you guys go. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you as always. If you haven't, by the way, hit subscribe.
Ooh, hit the
camera.